We're here in Magaster, Tunisia, and it's a total lockdown for the next 14 days. So we're stuck here. And we're stuck here for even longer than that because all of Europe has closed their borders for at least a month. We started a new channel, so you're gonna have ample content to go through during this worldwide lockdown. So click the link and subscribe to Dylan Magaster so that you get to enjoy these videos. The Unexplored. This beautiful 1979 Morgan 38-2 sailboat. Though I originally bought her with only 7 days sailing experience, now I have 6,000 nautical miles under the keel. I've sailed across the Bourlesque Sea, the Tyrian Sea, the Ionian Sea, up through and back down the Adriatic Sea, across the Aegean making landfall on the continent of Asia, up through the Sea of Marmara into Istanbul, through the Bosphorus Strait, 120 miles through the Black Sea to Bulgaria, back down through the Aegean to and through the Corinth Canal and the Bay of Corinth, crossing again the Ionian, this time to Malta, and finally through the Mediterranean Sea to Africa, which is where we currently reside, in Tunisia. Quarantined for an unspecified amount of time. The borders are closed. No movement, in or out. This pandemic has confined us to this marina, Cap Magaster. Over the course of this amazing adventure, there have been many ups and downs. It's been a real crash course in life and adulthood. I've had the pleasure of having a variety of crew on board, one of which was the brother Troy of Earth Story, who will be posting some videos of his time on board sailing from Athens to Bulgaria. The first year of this voyage was particularly stressful, as I was learning how to be skipper, which is considerably more than just setting sails, while feeding a business and 2 YouTube series, traveling and managing a volatile relationship, each one being a full-time occupation in and of itself. It was a deluge. It took me about 1.25 years to get a grip of the whole skipper thing. I was overwhelmed, which is why I had to take a break from making sailing videos. I just couldn't manage it. But in a sense, the only way you can find the limits of your capacity is to flood yourself and then start bailing before you sink. After almost 2 years, I have a pragmatic understanding of seamanship as well as of FLORB, and so now we're ramping up a new channel, so be sure to click the link and subscribe to the new channel. That way we can get it pumping in the YouTube algorithm. Scavenger Jack and I are in Tunisia, and we're finishing up repairs on our Unexplored. And now with this whole pandemic, we're not sure when we will be leaving because all the borders are closed. At the moment, we can't even travel within Tunisia. So while everybody is self-isolating, we're going to be providing you with bits of art to help you through this trying time that we're all in together. I want to let you guys know that we are safe here in Tunisia. Honestly, I think it's the best place for us to be right now because we're out of the way. There's not that many cases in Tunisia, and all in all, it's nice. We've got electricity, we've got water, we have access to food. We do not engage in public activities. We're safe, so there's no need to worry about us. Make sure that you guys are staying safe, stay hydrated, stay active while you're inside and isolated, and stay out of the public. Weirdly enough, our part is self-isolating and watching this YouTube channel. Subscribe and tell all of your friends so that they have plenty of content to watch while they're at home self-isolating. As the whole world is in a change, Unexplored has gone through some changes as well. While we were in Linosa, we ran aground, and Linosa is a splendid little island. It's 1.5 miles in diameter, but it is all volcanic, and so it's about the worst topography that you can run aground on. Was able to keep Unexplored from getting completely wrecked, but we did damage the keel and the skeg, and so that fiberglass, half of it has been repaired. The rest will be repaired in the next couple days. And then during our sail from Linosa to Tunisia, our forestay broke. The forestay that the Genoa is attached to sheared at the top of the mast, and luckily, because we have 2 forestays, the mast was protected. All the wood and the rails have been sanded and repaired. The starboard side had been damaged since the infamous nightmare haul out of Pula, and then the port side I managed to break in Corinth. Also, our amateur varnish job lasted exactly 1 year before it started peeling, because it turns out you need to thin the first couple layers of varnish. That's news to me. We just slopped it on. I don't even remember if it was marine varnish or not. I think it was just regular varnish that we then covered with a marine sealant. We got a new bimini made, and then we also had a custom rain cover made for in between the Dodger and the bimini, which is absolutely slick. And then we moved the solar panel from on top of the bimini to on top of the davits. And then we also got dinghy chaps made. We also added these stainless steel shields to protect the rails. Forestays repaired, fiberglass is being repaired. We're gonna be putting a new coat of paint on Ariane Rudd and new anti-fouling, and repaired some spots of delamination in the deck, which is fantastic. And inside we added carpet, which makes it way more homey in here. Other than that, inside it's pretty much the same. Probably in Malta, we'll put a coat of deck paint on it if we can ever get to Malta. And then Ariane Rudd will be looking nice. So we'll see what happens with this apocalypse. But right now the plan is to sail to Malta, then sail to Greece, spend the summer in Greece, and then book it on over to the Canaries so that we can be in the Canaries by around November, so that we can sail across the Atlantic this winter and then spend the spring in the Caribbean and then be back in America by the late spring of 2021, which will be just over 3 years since I've been to America. So that'll be interesting. That's the plan. Like I said, we'll see what happens with this apocalypse. Be sure that you're staying safe out there. Be sure to self-isolate, stay safe, take your precautions, wear a respirator, wash your hands, click the link, and subscribe to the new channel, Dylan Magaster, so that you have so much stuff to watch while you're self-isolating. Big love. See you around.